put.
Yeah, see, I get and it asks me
How do
to
you get rid of it, Cassie?
just click on continue.
Actually, I'm getting the same thing. The meeting is being recorded sign.
Yeah, I get it too.
Okay.
So maybe
I
you,
think it's just part of an update, and they want people to know that they're being recorded, and so you
Yeah.
just have to push continue when you're done.
Oh, I suppose.
maybe you can eliminate that by going into your settings in your account, your Zoom account. Let me know, try it and let me know what happens, because that would be nice.
Yeah, I'll look into that.
Okay,
Well-
that'd be great, thanks. We're gonna start in the ordinary fashion. Let me announce myself. This is yoga, MoveEasy Yoga with Thea, and today is June 5th, 2021. And this is being recorded. So let's stop for a minute and just lie on the floor. Your knees can be bent. Your knees can be bent and up on a chair. Just watching your breath. Noticing where you are, how you got here, why you came. Inhaling, I'm breathing in. Exhaling, I'm breathing out. I am approaching this class with curiosity and gratitude. Or you could say, I live in curiosity and gratitude. Take a couple more breaths. And now vagus nerve reset. Bring your hands behind your head. Without moving anything else, shift your eyeballs to the right. Your eyes can be open or closed. And watch for a sigh, yawn, swallow, or gulp. Come back to center. Shift your eyeballs to the left. And watch for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Bring your head back, your eyeballs back to center. Do this 2 more times, right, left, without my cueing. and finish up. And then we're going to stay here for breath work. You can bring your hands, put your hands anywhere actually, by your hips or on your belly. We're going to do Viloma breathing. This is a breath where you divide your inhale into 3 parts and pause. So inhale, pause, fill up the first third of the lungs, and then inhale again, pause, fill up the middle, second third, and then the last inhale, pause, and fill up this last third of the lungs. And then exhale, then exhale. With an ordinary exhale. Keep going. This is a very calming breath. And as you can imagine, it also is very effective at getting oxygen to the lungs. Finish up with 2 more breaths. And now let's do a classic hypopressive, staying in this position, but the heels are on the floor and the toes are up toward the ceiling. Bring your arms overhead over your chest as if you're hugging a tree. Flip your hands. Press your palms into the sky or the ceiling. Press your scapula towards the floor so you activate your shoulders and your arms. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. All the way out. Hold your breath out, no breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale and exhale. Extend your legs. Take your right ankle over your left. Bring your arms up the same as you did before, and then stack your left hand on top, opposite. So your right ankle, left hand, and then bring your arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And switch legs. Left ankle over left, right ankle. Arms overhead, above the chest. Stack. This time the right hand is on top. And then come on up overhead, arms overhead. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. All the way out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let go. Oh, 13, 14, 15. Never mind. Whichever you did is fine. Okay. Let's do head ramping with a sponge ball. So find your sponge ball, or you could actually be on a set of therapy balls also, but I like the sponge ball. Or a stack of towels. Just put your sponge ball behind your head at the occipital ridge. We're going to do 6 of these. And just press the skull, the back of the skull, into the sponge ball. The chin drops. The skull slides away from the shoulders. And you hold for a couple of breaths. You're breathing still, but holding the position. And then go ahead and release. And we'll do 5 more of those. So first pressing the skull into the sponge ball. Holding. And releasing. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Number 3, press. Hold. Release. Number 4, press. Hold. Release. Last one, no, not next to the last one, number 5, press. Hold. Release. This is traction for the spine, cervical spine. Last one, press. Hold. Keep breathing. And release. We're going to start with the 6-point therapy ball release work for the bottom of the foot. So you're going to come up to standing and try to do these moves. You should be near a wall or a chair, something that would be a safety point for you, because this is similar. It's a kind of a balancing work. Starting with the right leg, right foot. Starting at point number 1, which is at the front of the foot, but just behind the metatarsal mound. I'm going to time for 40 seconds for each location. So find number 1 and stay in good posture if you can. So spine stacked, chest open, rhomboids squeezed, and abdominals contracted. breathing. Four more seconds. Bring the ball down to the center of the arch. So just below where it was. And starting to time. See if you can maintain good posture. And breathing, paying attention to your breath, paying attention to this location. Where is the ball? What is it releasing? Where is it releasing? Okay, move the ball to below, so to the back of the foot, just in front of the calcaneus or the heel, as if you had the ball was a pair of high heels. During these movements, if it feels right, you can wiggle your toes or lift and squeeze your toes, just as an additional movement. But only some of the locations are available for that. So just think of that as an added bonus if it's available. Okay, that was number 3. Number 4, you come up to the center location again, and then go to the outside edge of the foot in the center. And just allow the weight of your body to press the ball into the therapy ball into the tissue that's on the outside edge of the foot in the center. Okay, position number 5, go across to the inside edge of the foot at the center. And breathe. And find good posture if you can. Open your chest, squeeze your rhomboids together. The rhomboids are the muscles in between the scapula. So really, the cueing of squeezing the rhomboids is same or similar to saying squeeze the scapula together. Number 6, the very last one, is just underneath the big toe mound, just above number 4. Curl your toes and uncurl them if you want. And then go ahead and remove the ball and walk around the floor and see if you can notice difference between right and left. You might even feel lopsided. because you've released the tissue along the bottom of the right foot, but not the left. Now let's go to the left foot, starting at position number 1. So it's at the front of the foot, but behind the metatarsal mound. It's in the center. You can wiggle your toes or spread them or squeeze them from here, probably. But the first position, the most important work here is the therapy work with the ball and the tissues on the bottom of the foot. So if you feel like you can't do both, if you can't stack, this is not multitasking, which is not a good idea, they say now. It's rather, this is stacking, doing 2 things at once in a stacked way. The one doesn't distract from the other. Number 2, location number 2, down, below 1, in the center of the foot. Number 3, going farther down along the same line, the plantar arch and muscle, just in front of the calcaneus, still in the center of the foot. Okay, number 4, come back to the center. Come back to the center and go to the outside edge of the foot. Number 5, come all the way across to the inside. So you're at the center, in the center of the foot, but then to the inside edge of the center. If you have a lot of foot issues, you might want to do this set every day. The last one, move the ball up just below the big toe mound.
I do this sometimes after a long walk.
Yeah, yeah, it would be a good idea, or before and after.
Yeah, true.
Anything you do to your feet, with your feet, to your feet, they will love you because they've been spending our entire lifetime working for us. Every little spread, every little release, every little wiggle, every little stretch. They say, your feet say thank you. Okay, go ahead and remove the ball, walk around, see how that feels. You might have more awareness of your relationship to the ground. Before we go down to the floor for leg stretches, I want to do one other thing. We've been working on the bottom of the foot. It's hard to do balls, although you could do balls on the top of your foot, but you can stand. I want you to stand near something, a chair or a wall, before we go down. And I want you to step on the top of your foot, well, of one foot. So start with the right foot, getting the attention, and the left foot stepping on the top of the right foot. Yes, and just massage the top of your foot with your toes and the other foot. Use your imagination, use your heel if you want. See what works best for you. What you're trying to do is really essentially what we did at the bottom of the foot. Is wiggle and wake up some of the tissue on the top of the foot. Switch sides, everybody. This is probably only available with bare feet. So you could do it probably with socks on, but the shoes, probably not. And then come on down to the floor. You need to have a wall to put your foot on so you can have a closed chain leg stretch. I'm gonna do this with you. So grab your strap, lie on your back. You may want to put something under your head. You don't want to hyperextend, so you don't want to drop your head too far back. We're going to start with the left foot on the wall, toes pointed forward, strap. Now, if you don't have, like Caitlin says, she doesn't have a wall. So I think she's put a brick on her couch, in the front of her couch, and created a wall for herself. Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, that's pretty clever. So Caitlin might be the queen of innovation in this class anyway. Okay, so we can always ask her, what did she do if she couldn't access a move that I prescribed? Leg up. Well, I'm going to time it for you. Hold on, I haven't started yet, so you're getting a bonus here. Push the left foot into the wall. Pull on your strap and see if you can bring your leg a little farther forward. If this is too much, because of the hamstring or the back of the knee, you can bend your knee a little bit. floor a lot. And breathe. My head is resting on my sponge ball. Leg stretch number 2, staying on the right, grabbing both straps with the right hand, and the right leg comes out to the side. The delimiter here is that you want to keep your both hips on the floor. Everyone's stretch to the outside is going to look different because the bone, the structure that allows the acetabulum, which is the little bowl that the head of the femur sits in, is going to be different. It could be wide, it could be narrow, it could be confining. So there's skeletal and muscular factors in place. And come on up slowly and put your straps in the left hand and bring your right leg over, and you're going to take your foot down so you're side lying. The hips are stacked and you're bringing your leg all the way across your body. And you can do several things with your shoulders. You could stack your shoulders so that they're stacked just like your hips are, or you could have your hips stacked, but you can have your right shoulder out behind you on the floor for a spine twist. Adding a spine twist here. And if this is uncomfortable for you, you could put your right foot on a brick or probably not a chair. That'd be a little high. Maybe not. Maybe a chair. Something so that you're not just dangling. Come on back all the way up. That felt good for me. Just stretchy and good. Other side. I fell this week.
Uh-oh.
I haven't told Caitlin this.
Uh-oh.
I fell at the Malacon and hit my tailbone.
Ouch.
But it was pretty easy. Let's go. I'll tell you about it as I go. So let's start with the other side. Remember, your right foot is pressing into the wall. You should feel more core work because it's doing that. And then timing. Leg stretch 1. This leg stretch 1 will help with insomnia, they say. You could do it on your bed. You wouldn't have a closed chain, so you wouldn't have your foot on the wall. You would have an open chain, leg stretch 1. And now put your strap in your right hand. This is the leg stretch 3. You're gonna, oh no, we're at leg stretch 2. Sorry, put your strap in your left hand and bring your leg out to the side. Sorry, almost about to skip. Then I looked at Kathy and she's on track. So now I'm on track. It takes a village to teach a yoga class. I can tell you that for sure. Keep your right hip on the floor if you can. Even with your left hip. This could be a very small movement for you. That's all good. Okay, put your strap in your right hand, bring your leg up and across. And remember your leg that's on the wall is going to turn with the toes parallel to the floor. So your hips stacked one on top of each other. Hips are stacked. You're bringing your left leg across your body. You can stack your arms, shoulders, or you can not stack them and just bring your left arm behind you in a nice stretch, a nice spine twist. Your choice on the upper body. And stay here and breathe. You could put a brick, a yoga block under your the side of your left foot if you'd like. Press your right leg into the floor. Keep breathing. Become aware of your movement and your breath. And come on back. All the way back. Release the strap. And come up to a seated position. No, wait a minute. Hold on, everybody. What I want you to do is come up into, you're going to come up off the floor. So you're going to come up, it will be a seated, come into a quadruped position. And then this is a get up. We're doing a few get ups. So the basic get up is to find your way, if you're on your back, find your way onto your hands and knees near some sort of assist, a chair, a shelf, as long as it's not going to fall on you. And then from your hands and knees, put one of your hands on the thing, the chair, and then come up to a standing position. Bring one, so one hand is on the chair, the opposite knee comes forward into a lunge, and then you're going to bring yourself up to a standing position. So that's position number one of our get up series. And then come back down into a deep squat. We're going to stay here for 3 minutes. A deep squat. It can be assisted with a brick. If you a block or a brick. Whoops, once you find your shape, I'm still trying to find mine here. We're going to start timing. This is a resting squat. Kathy's putting her elbows inside her knees and pressing out. And in prayer pose, that's a nice position to take. See if you can keep a flat back. Remember, you could be sitting on a brick. When we're done with this, we're going to do backward lunges, but they can be supported. So you can have a chair or a wall nearby. And it starts from a standing position, just so you know, just warning you, alerting you.
And your feet should be flat, right, Mom?
Yeah, your feet should be flat. If they're not flat, you can put them on something like a mobility strip or a rolled up towel so that they're they're pushing on something, they're resting on something.
Yeah, it should not be on the balls of your feet.
You should not be on your toes or the balls of your feet.
I catch myself doing that.
Yeah.
And then
You know, it's not life or death probably, but in terms of the beneficial, the most beneficial position is for your heels to be resting on something. This is a great position to watch TV in, you guys. Try to keep your back flat though. So if you're rounding, this is not a great position.
So you told me I'm the guru of innovation, but sometimes I do this with my back next to a wall,
Uh-huh.
so that I don't fall backwards.
Okay.
Well, I mean, and you can do the rest of it, but just like put your back against the wall. So
Mhm. Yeah, that would be good. That would provide you with support, and also, yeah, because it's the big deal is the hips, right? So whatever you did with your back to have an upright back would be really good. Whatever you can do. Thank you, ma'am. Let's see here. Now come on up to standing. Reverse lunge, backward lunge. You can hold on to something to do this if you need to, but we'll see what Kathy does here with this.
I'm gonna do it again.
We'll see what Kathy does. You're standing. And then starting with your right leg. And remember, you can be holding on to something or have the back of a chair in front of you. You're going to take, so you're not standing with your back to the wall though, Kathy, because you're going to back up. You're going to take your right foot and bring it back behind you and come into a lunge. Drop your knee.
Oh,
You're going to end up with both knees bent. The front one is bent forward and the back one is bent backward. It's a backward lunge. And you may want a chair to help you do this.
okay. All right. Now I got you.
Okay.
Wrong.
And then, you just keep switching. So you come down, you might feel a big stretch across the front of your right quadricep as you drop. And then you come on up. Yeah. Now, one leg is forward, the other leg's back. Drop the back leg, and then the other leg automatically bends. Do you see that? And then come down. You don't have to touch the floor. This is a backward lunge, and then come up to standing. Switch sides. Bring the left leg back, drop it. And you can come down onto the floor, or on the knee on the floor, or not, either one. And then come on up. Let's do it one more time. Backward lunge or reverse lunge. Come down. Hold on to something if you need to. Your knee can be all the way down, or you can just hover, which is harder probably. Come on up and on down. This is the last side. And now come up into a chair. We're going to do some chair seated work with the feet. Actually, one of the things that's true for me is that I don't really like to work in a chair because we can do almost everything floor seated, but this footwork is probably better in a chair. Just go ahead and take a figure 4, take your right knee, bend it and bring it towards your face. And then cross your ankle or your left knee. This is a hip opener. While you're here, before we do anything else, let's do a forward flat back hip hinge. So you're going to bend forward at the hip joint, keeping your back as flat as a broomstick. Coming forward, keep the chest open. Keep the spine straight, all of the spine straight, 24 vertebra. Come as forward as you can. And then you can use your hands to bring yourself back up to a seated position without rounding the back. The trick is to do this movement without rounding the back. Flat back, hip hinge. All of the movement, all of the hinging is from the hips. This is great actually to create traction in the lumbar spine. So if you have lower back issues, this may be really provide you with some relief. Chest is open. The cervical spine is the same as we do in head ramping. The chin is tucked a little. Come on back up to a seated position. Make ankle circles with your right ankle. Reverse your circle. Handshake, fingers and toes handshake. So take either the right hand or the left and the fingers and thread them between the toes and get them as far down into the creases between the toes as possible. Sit tall. Try to find your seated good posture because this would be fairly easy to find here. Open chest, rhomboids squeezed, abdominals engaged. And just stay here for, I don't know, let's count to 10. Let's count to about 10. The toes are really enjoying this. Switch sides. Bring your left knee up towards your face and then cross the ankle, left ankle over the right knee. Let's do some forward flat back hip hinge. So with a figure 4, come forward, keeping your back flat and hinging at the hip. Chest open. Open your chest and see if you can keep a really flat back. You may not be able to come all the way down. And then if you want to, you can use your hands to support you to come back up, maintaining that flat back. Do that a couple more times. Get as long as you can from your hips to your shoulders or to the top of your head. Flat back, hip hinge. And do one more time. Come back up. And ankle circles. Reverse your circle. Toe handshake. Thread your fingers between your toes. Stay here. You can count to 10. You can, Kathy's wiggling her feet. You can do that too. The important part is getting your fingers as deep as you can in the crevices between your toes. And when you're finished, we're going to do one more thing before we go down to Yoga Nidra. It's still seated. It's a seated position. Bring your, take your figure 4 away and bring your right foot underneath the chair. So you're stretching the front top of your foot. So that get your leg as far back as possible underneath the chair. Or Kathy has hers out to the side. I'm not sure why. Maybe she
I can't go underneath. I have
can't go underneath because there's a bar or something. Yeah, okay, so that's the reason. So that's the reason for the discrepancy between my words and Kathy's actions. Okay. You're just pressing into the floor. The farther back you can get your foot, the flatter you can get it on the floor. This stretches, this is ankle work, this is footwork. Press, 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 switch sides. This is actually a lovely thing to do. You almost have to have your shoes off to do this. And finish up by standing up and just walking around and thinking, well, noticing how nice it is to have spent so much time on our feet, working on our feet. Top of the foot, the bottom of the foot, and everything, things in between. And when you're ready, find your way onto the floor for Yoga Nidra. 61-point guided meditation. Make a place for yourself that's really comfortable, loving, warm, cozy. Start by noticing your breath, watching your breath as it rises and falls, as your abdomen rises and falls on the inhales and exhales. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This completes your 61-point guided Yoga Nidra meditation. Go ahead and stretch along the mat, legs out, arms overhead, wiggle and stretch left and right, both arms, both legs, whatever you can do. And then wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles in one direction and then the other. Hug your right knee to your chest, Apanasana. And then your left knee, hug your left knee to your chest. And hug both knees to your chest and rock from side to side. You can hug on the outside of the knee, the shin, or you can hug at the thigh, in between the knees. Either way, hugging and rocking. And then at some point, decide to roll over into a fetal position all the way to the floor, bottom arm as a pillow, left hand or the top hand bringing you up to seated. Try not to round your back. And unmute yourself. I'm going to remove the spotlight. I'm going to put on the gallery view. And start the video for me. There. Okay, everyone. Finding a comfortable floor-seated position. Bring your hands to your heart, sitting tall, pressing very strongly, one palm against another. And then going ahead and relaxing your hands, but still pressing softly. Lift your skull away from your shoulders and nod or bow forward. Skull only, the cervical spine stays straight. Nodding, bowing, recognizing and honoring the light in each of us. And knowing that we're all one light. All one light. And saying to each other, Namaste.
Namaste.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
everybody.
Right.
Thank you.
That was a good class. I'm going to stop the recording.
Great.